So I'm really out in Jamaica at, I don't even know what time it is anymore. I think it's 6 something. I know it's past 6:45 because the sunset is up. But yeah, I'm just taking a walk along the beach. I am so proud of myself. I'm staying at an all-inclusive resort, Ryu Reggae, and I'm here for the weekend, and I'm proud of myself for doing this. I love Jamaica. I've been wanting to come back. I came here when I turned 30 for a cruise with my family, and I was only here for 2 hours, but I fell in love in just those 2 hours. So 3 years later, or 2 years later, I think almost 3, I'm back. And this is my first time, working hard to go on a vacation, the vacation that I want. So I wanted this. And at the end of December, I started working bedside, like really working at that job 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Usually it's just 1 or 2 days because I can't. But, I've been building a business over the last year. I've been building my business, Natural Serenity Flow, and just really going hard at it. And it's important as a person who is a business owner, who's a founder, it's important that we get rest. Rest is important. Rest for me is me resetting so I can be creative, right? That's where I get my creativity from, when I'm from a rested place. And I've shown myself this time and time again. I had to have a surgery a couple years ago. I took 6 weeks off. That's when my brain was like, wait a minute. The cycle that you're in is detrimental. Working night shift, working 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week. This was about 3 years ago. I realized this is not good, And then last January, I took 11 days off. So the first 6 weeks, when I had to take 6 weeks off before last January, my mind opened and I realized I don't have to live this way, working night shift, working 3 to 4 days a week. It's not good for your mind or body. And I was stuck in a cycle, and that surgery forced me to sit down. And that's when I birthed Natural Serenity Flow. Right, I came up with a name. I knew I wanted to be in the hemp industry, cannabis industry. I knew that's all I had was the name and my intention. So I ended up getting that and then going back to work, but with the mindset of rest is needed, rest is important. It takes me 6 weeks to reset. In January last year, I took 11 days off after, again, working myself until I'm tired. And those 11 days, I was like, okay, I have Natural Serenity Flow. I've had this name for a year, this concept, but what am I going to do with it? That's when I started creating shea butters because, again, from those 11 days, I was able to get creative. And then, again, in August of last year, I took a whole month off. That month, I literally, my intention was to travel and be extravagant and let me rest on a beach for a month. No, what ended up happening is I rested my behind in Baltimore City in my apartment. Again, working myself to the bone. I'm tired and I'm working myself to burnout. This time, instead of the burnout, what I ended up doing was getting ahead of this burnout. I knew I was getting tired. I've been working on Natural Serenity Flow for a whole year, going in, very accelerated. Got into a business accelerator. Now I'm building the structure. But in order for me to continue with this work is the rest. So here I am, walking on Jamaica's beach at 6 in the morning. And I'm here for the weekend, but it was very important to me that I actualized this trip. Very important. And now I see it's not that hard and it's not that bad, as long as I work hard and realize that my power comes from God, Jesus, it's number one, and rest. Okay? So yeah, just enjoying my morning walk. I just had to get that off the throat chakra. Bye.